Hey there and welcome to Homa Academy Live. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you've had a good week. Hope life is treating you very good indeed. We've got some good games coming up this week. Super pumped to get into that. So welcome to everybody in the chat. If you're new here, welcome. Hello. Hope you're doing well too. We are going to cover the fresh new releases that have been released from the App Store this week from the biggest publishers and some prototypey ones. Before we go any further, a bit of housekeeping from me. We've got a couple of things I'd like to draw your attention to. We've got some announcements coming up in the next couple of weeks, so keep your earballs and ear holes tuned in for that. And if you haven't joined our Discord yet, go ahead and join our Discord. I put a post on there earlier on, and I'm going to be running a mini challenge next month. So a tiny mini jam type thing, which I'd love to get your input on as we move towards that date. So it should be a bit of fun. I've got some prizes to give away as well, so that's pretty cool. Some gear prizes, which is really smart. And yeah, a tiny little sort of creative exercise jam thing for you. So a little academy challenge coming up next month. So if you want to get any information about that, I'll be posting on the Discord over the next few weeks. And maybe you can shape the way we do that little mini challenge as well. So I'd love to hear your feedback. All you got to do is tick a little button under the post to sort of register your interest and say you might want to do it. So it'd be like a 3-day sort of thing, maybe span it over the week, but a little sort of creative challenge for you just to get your juices going. And hey, maybe it might spark some ideas for some future mechanics or some another game. And I'll be available throughout that week or the few days, pretty much all day long, for you guys to come on and talk to me. And even if you don't want to take part too much, it's a pretty low effort thing. But it gives you the opportunity to come and talk to me, almost like an office hours type thing as well. So head over to the Discord, come and say hello over there if you haven't done so already. And next month, at the beginning of next month, I'm going to be doing a special Friday stream. And we're going to be deep diving a little bit on the hybrid casual, which we're seeing the market move towards a lot more this year. So I'm going to be doing a stream and laying out all the sort of info that you need to know about hybrid games, maybe some stuff that you already know, maybe stuff that you didn't know, how we go about building them, how this differs from the hyper casual stuff. So stay tuned for that. So if you haven't subscribed already to this channel, do so already. And we'll be going through that. So I'm super pumped to doing that. It's really, hyper casual has taken over for the last 4 or 5 years now, and we're seeing a slight shift. And of course, anyone who's been around the academy for 100 years will know we do not stop still ever, and we will jump in on the latest and greatest. So look out for that. And like I said, best way probably is to hit subscribe on the channel so you can get notified, or of course sign up on the email list and we'll blast your inbox with that as well. I say blast, you'll get an email from me letting you know that stream's coming. And those for you who are already inside the academy, you can have the the accompanying blog posts / lessons / takeaway points from that, as you can with all the academy stuff. So if you haven't done already, do go ahead and sign up for Homa Labs. Links are in the description there. If you want to try and test and publish your games, we'll pay to test your games, to test the market for you. We pay for it, which is pretty awesome. So there you go. That's what's coming up. And so as we run up to Christmas, a couple of a special stream and a little mini challenge for you to get your juices going. And what's really good about these sort of things is it ring fences these sort of mini project type things to do. But this one's really low key. It's just a really good exercise to do for your game devs. All right. What is up, Roman? What is up, Jilly? What is up, Ali? What is up, Colette? What is up, Omo? What is up, everybody? So good to see you all here. Let's jump into things today and let's check out some of the new games that have hit the stores. In no particular order, these are games that have caught my eye for no reason whatsoever. Just ones that we highlight, keep an eye on. Let's see if they've got some decent quality. Are they unusual? Are they released from the biggest publishers? All that kind of thing. What is up, Hassan? Good to see you here. Hopefully our chat will jump into life here. Let's just do this real quick, see if that works. There's some garbage in there. It looks like the chat's not working, but do feel free to put your messages in that chat. I can see them, even though they're not on the screen here for some reason, which is always disappointing to see. And yeah, go ahead and like that video. Whoever's just liked the video, thank you very much. Let's go. So let's have a look at Flip Adventure today. And this is from Berit. Oh, we've got a video. Berit Oges. So this is this. So kind of a merge and almost like, what do you call it? Like pairs game where you're flipping the cards over to match the ones you can merge. So I thought this was really quite interesting. Again, I've not seen anything quite like this. Obviously playing against the AI there, which is cool. Or the NPC, whatever. So I think this has got something to this game. I think it's very unusual. The graphics are pretty nice. Just want to see if we can get this chat working. Yeah, it is a nice mechanic, isn't it, Annie? Let's see if we can just do this real quick. And save that. So yeah. Pretty interesting, I thought. So these are the sort of things that we're always looking out for. Different is better than good for the most part. And who knows what's going to work. So I thought this one had something to it. I like the sort of the graphics there. So that's Flip Adventure. Find cards rule the realm. So very cool. Crowd Miners here. Another video, which is great. I could just... Oh, that's nasty. Hopefully that will shine itself up just a second. But yeah, very Minecrafty this one. Voxely. We had a couple of posts about voxel art on the Discord there. But yeah, this is kind of like pretty cool. Using the destruction type mechanic. Loads of stuff on the screen here, which is always good to see. Super juicy. But yeah, I thought that was quite interesting. I've got some sound here as well. Where's the there? Bit of piano keys, very nice. But yeah, pretty cool. I thought this one very different, but obviously using the multiplying on the characters there. More characters, the quicker you can demolish this bunch of pixels there. And it looks like they got some interesting sort of levels, some fun levels. So I thought this would look quite cool. Very different a game, right? So that was that. Now, Bullet Time from Voodoo. Just released from Voodoo. I want to check this out. So, almost a 2.5D game, this one. We're going to play this one today. I thought we'd check it out. Kind of an unusual release. Okay, so yeah, I haven't really looked at these games. I'm looking at this probably for the longest time than I've seen it thus far. So yeah, kind of an interesting release this. Now, the really, when I saw that, it made me think of this one here. I need to turn that down. There we go. So you can see here, this is an old game called Flip the Gun from Legendary, and you can see the similarities here where you're controlling the physics-based gun by tapping the screen and that's shooting the gun and propelling it upwards. Now, obviously, the Voodoo one is going down, but this is very much a flip of, no pun intended, this is very much a flip of that game, right? So taking an old mechanic and putting that twist on it and going down. Now, obviously, this is more of like a collect the coins thing and we're just propelling ourselves upwards. But what I thought was really interesting, so the original Flip the Gun was released 21st of March 2018. When I went to click on that, I noticed that it's actually, Legendary have pulled their old game literally within the last few days and they've called it Shoot Up Multiplayer. So Flip the Gun was pulled. This is a brand new release from Legendary, which as you can see is exactly the same game. Maybe they've added a little bit to it, but it was really interesting within a few days of Voodoo releasing their game. The original sort of inspiration, potential inspiration from it was from Legendary, and they pulled theirs and restarted the marketing on that. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Whether it was a response to the Voodoo game, I don't know. It just seems like very coincidental to me that happened. Now there was a few when Flip the Gun came out. There was a raft of clones that hit the store, but this did pretty well for them. Flip the Gun, and 4 years old now. Well, nearly 5 years to be fair. But it just goes to show there is legs in these old games, these old mechanics. Everything is a reboot of it, essentially. But there we go. So we're going to take a look at Bullet Time because we might as well. But very much a 2D, 2.5D type of game, which is very unusual. Now, I don't know if you guys know Kick the Buddy. Do let me know in that chat if you do. It's always upsetting when this chat is not working. Let's just see if I can do something there. You never know. It might just jump into life. Legendary games have better graphics. Yeah, exactly. So Legendary have got a really good art style, always super polished, typically 2D, but they've got a very definitive look, certainly on their Bowmaster series. Their artwork is awesome, right? So there's no denying that. Now you might know Kill the Buddy, Kick the Buddy, or this is basically a clone of that game. And there's all sorts of weird and wonderful ways to kill the little dolls here. So I thought this was kind of a good little take. Again, it's another reboot. It's a bit more cloney than I'd like, but it's definitely inspired from Kick the Buddy. In fact, I might have to try and search for that Kick the Buddy thing because I can't remember. I'm sure it's Kick the Buddy. Let's just do it. Kick the Buddy. There we go. So another Legendary game, which I didn't actually realise it was theirs. Here we go. So this is kind of like the original one, which is super fun and OP. Let's go to the second Kick the Buddy 2 or whatever. Where was that? Oh, Kick the Buddy second. There's loads of them. Kick the Buddy forever. All right, let's try this one. So kind of a fun idea, right? It's literally just different ways to die and get bigger and more gory and more OP ways to kill this little dude. So there we go. That's the sort of inspiration from that one. So Legendary must be feeling it a bit, I would think. But yeah, Kick My Buddy. They haven't even really disguised the name here. So this one looks like a poor version of that other one. But still, maybe they've put some new mechanics in it or something. So always worth a go. I think this one looks kind of fun. They've done a decent enough job. But we'll see how this one does for them. So that's that Kick My Buddy. All right. Rollick coming in with 2 this week. And this, what was this? Spinner Clicker. All right, so they are really trying hard with these toy clicker type games right now. We haven't seen any of them go stand out in terms of charting particularly well. I honestly have no idea about this one. But plenty of upgrades down the bottom here. UI looks pretty clean enough. So make of this one as you will. Might want to check it out. And by the way, the links are all in the description right now for you if you're here with us live. If not, if you're on the replay, links are still down there and you'll see timestamps as well. What is up, Elbow? Greetings, Captain. No chat on the side today, which is disappointing. And Tam, good to see you here. So that was the spinner clicker from Rollick and Digit Shooter again from Rollick. A typical runner type game here, which, as I've said very often in the last few months here, you're going to have to do something particularly special for me to reinvent that runner genre a little bit. It's kind of had its heyday, I'd say, but there's still room for innovation, and I think if you can do it, I honestly have no idea. Are you the numbers? So instead of a character, it looks like we might be I guess we're the numbers here, which is kind of different, I suppose. But a straight track with choice gates, I don't think it's going to set the world on fire, but best of luck to them. I hope it does well for them. But yeah, These runners are starting to merge into one, says Jules. Yeah, they are. They really are. And that's what I'm saying. Can they work? Sure. It's just you're up against at this point 10,000 other ones, and it's kind of gone a little bit stale and a little bit of market fatigue with the runners. But you know, it obviously did something for them. So this one is very cool indeed, and we will be playing this one. Oh, you played it and it was really fun. You can change the gate numbers, says Ali. Okay. Well, there we go. So that might be the twist. So the screenshots might not have done that justice, but good to know. So if you have been with us for a little while, you will remember. I know you will. And it was Homa Academy Live number 13. So 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, we covered this when it was under, I want to say Bido Games. Let's just open this up and let's put some sound on. So we covered this when it was with the developer. We highlighted it for the quality and the stupid funness of the game. And lo and behold, it's published under the SayGames. So, seen here first. And this is why we love to look at these games to get a good idea and pick up on the ones that we think there's something to them. But this looks super fun, and I said at the time the quality of the graphics looked amazing, looked very plagiary actually, but yeah, SayGames have got hold of this one. So ragdoll sort of physics here. This looks so fun. We're going to play this one today. Lazy jump is hilarious, says Jill. Beautiful looking. Okay. So let me know if you played this one. Some football stuff here. Looked like there was a basketball thing. Interesting game design. Super fun game. So I'm pretty pumped to play this because SayGames always release really quality titles. But yeah, so this one looks super smart to me. Here are the screenshots again. Some strap lines down the bottom there. Using the 5 to 6 typical rule where they're just headline, madly good fun, blah, blah, blah. Hundreds of levels, amazing physics. Flop your way towards the goal. I love it. All right, so we're definitely going to play this one today. Rope cutter, which I thought looked very interesting indeed. So this is way more your pure hyper casual from the screenshots. Got a helix jump type, slice it 3D look about it. Cutting that rope. I assuming it's touch and hold to cut the rope. Thank you to Find Some Games. Good for my new idea. Awesome. Yeah, that's exactly why we do this, Tam. That's exactly why we do this. And we have done this for the last, God knows, 7, 8 years, right? Because we look to see what's happening in the market. What are the big publishers releasing? And what are the new games that are coming around that might spark some ideas for us to make sure we're concentrating on fresh ideas and is in line with what the publishers want, and that includes Homa. So if you want to test your games with us, we'll do it. But we do this because what is the point if you're building something that doesn't look like it fits in a publisher's portfolio? And that's why we do it. So this one looks pure hyper casual to me. And I think it looks like a bit of fun and it looks quite well built. So I thought we'd try that. I can't foresee us spending a long time on this one today. But who knows? You know, when we're talking pure hyper casual, we don't need fancy meta around it. It's a pick up and fun, snackable game with relatively short playtime, right? So some games definitely lend themselves to a longer playtime where we can add meta and all the rest of it. Others, it's okay being a pure hyper casual. Now, next up is I want to say thanks to Simon from Groo Gadgets. So what is up, Simon? He let us know. Big fans of the first Swipe Fight, but eventually and finally the new Swipe Fight 2 is out. So we will try and squeeze this one in to play today. That is definitely my intention, but I'd love to see what's going on in this one. So this looks very much a more casual title. The graphics look nice. Good fighter. Great screenshots, by the way. Simon, what is up? So we have the dev here on stream with us, so I'm super pumped with that. So yeah, we're definitely going to try and fit this one in today, Simon. We're going to give it a quick run through, even if we don't spend a huge amount of time on it. But I am going to try for you because you messaged me really late. You should have done it. We should have probably snuck it in for next week. But we're going to have a look at Swipe Fight 2. 4 short, at which point let's move on real quick here. And let's look at the last one that's snuck in, which is a relatively late release from Voodoo on my radar. Honestly, I don't even know what it's called. Phil Shikaku. Wow. 2 screenshots. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know. I guess you've got to tap on the number and draw 6. Yeah, so I can't even show you. So if I was to push and hold 6 and draw my and draw 6 cubes, I would imagine that would fill into the 6. Yeah, it's literally. I know Jill's playing a very similar game like this right now, but I don't know what that's called. But you basically take the number, drag to fill that amount of numbers squares, and fill up the whole board. So does that work? I don't know how to work it, but that's a late one from Voodoo. So that's the lineup today. We are going to have a look at Bullet Time. We're going to look at Lazy Jump from SayGames, which I'm super pumped about. Spy Fight 2, and we're going to take a look at that rope cutter. So let's get going on that. Again, apologies for the chat today. I'm not going to do that. Let's try this one and then this one. But it looks like our chat is well and truly broken today, which is always a shame. But anyway, let's get on with it. So I think we should play. What should we play? Let's go for Bullet Time first. No, we're not. On cue from me. So I am going to go onto airplane mode to make sure we don't get bombarded from the adverts today. Let's clear all this stuff off. And like I said, I've not played any of these games, so this is my first time playing. So please bear with me on that. We've got no adverts, so we can try and get a feel of the game. Sometimes the actual games won't let us play them unless we have the internet on. But with a bit of luck, we should be alright. We have some music. So straight into the game here. Tap to start. Very nice. That seems really loud for me. Homa meaning guy. I'm not sure what that means there, Tam. So do let me know if that's too loud in the chat there. It's quite loud for me. So straight into the game here. We have our level progression bar at the top there. We are on level 1. Some sort of key challenge or key to pick up on 2 and 4. So we've got a boss on level 5. And we have a chess room on level 6. Which is pretty cool indeed. Okay. So tap to start. And let's go. Alright. So there we go. So tapping the screen to propel ourselves here. Wow, this is really unusual. The physics are good. Next level. So weird having sound. Is that loud for you guys on the stream? Because I can't. It seems really loud for me. I'm going to have to turn it down a bit here. Now, what's curious about this one? We saw this with another Voodoo game lately. Typically, we would have to. Sound is good. Okay, thanks, Jules. Typically, we'd have to watch a video for this level, this gamified multiplication skill game at the end, right? And the last couple of games on Voodoo, they've given us our first one for free, which I really like because that gets me, as a player, it gets me in the mode. So I really like the idea of this. And next one, almost certainly, we'd have to watch a rewarded video to multiply our bonus here. But by giving us the first one free, it really does allow us to test out this mechanic, which I really like. I hate this. This is no pressure. Oh my goodness. Alright, times 3. So very cool. So real straight into the action here. We should have a key on this level. So if you've not said anything before on the streams, do let me know what you think of these games. It's kind of mental. And There is a reload button, I just noticed there. Homa means happy in Kurdish. Does it really? Well, I never knew that. Thanks for that, Ali. What's this thing? Right. Okay. I am not sure what I make of this. I mean, it's a good boost when you're new to playing the game. Yeah, it is, exactly. So I'm just going to let this, if I can, let it stop there a minute. Oh, that's a bit annoying. Let's get to the end of the level. Oh, there we go. Alright. So. Wait, what? Alright, so. Maybe it's because... Oh, here we go. Nice. Alright, interesting game, says Elbow. Yeah, sorry about the chat not appearing this week. That third-party stuff's failing us today, unfortunately. So. We didn't see a rewarded video for the multiplication there, which I think is really good. So we're not getting burned on the rewarded video straight away. Maybe that's a Wi-Fi thing, I don't know. And now we have unlocked gun upgrades. And I think what was really impressive about this is that this is brought in at the right time for me. So we've had a couple of goes of the game. We get the feel of it. Now we're comfy of how it all works. Now give us the time to start leveling up and, you know, expand the meta a little bit, which I think is really great, and introduce the meta, I should say, rather than expand. Introduce the meta aspect of it, which builds us up in as a game. In the game design, it allows us to feel into the game a little bit more, rather than like upgrade this and that as soon as we start when we have got no idea. So it's always worth thinking about the pace of showing the right buttons at the right time within the game, not to like burn people with information at the start, right? So we've now got damage. How much money have we got? I think it would have been nicer if you can see how much money we have. It's kind of cut off on your screen, but we do have 1,899. I think it would have been beneficial to have our dollars amount on this screen pretty easy, so we can see it without having to worry about how much we've got. So ammo +1, reload. I mean, I don't really care at this point, but there we go. So the key, I don't remember what the key was now. Arroyo now, hybrid games, too many ads, how it keeps users will play with long return. Oh, wow. Okay, Tam, let me just, Arroyo now, hybrid games, too many ads, how it keeps users will play with long retention. I'm not sure I understand what you're asking there. Typically when we're talking about hybrid games opposed to hyper casual, is more, the hybrid casual is way more leaning towards in-app purchase model and deeper meta, and the difference is that you've got that hyper casual game core, but you've got way more meta and in-app purchase sort of monetization, which typically means less frequent ads, right? So I'm not sure what you mean there. If you want to rephrase that, feel free to do so. Let's get through this a little bit, because I kind of think we know. Oh, that's cool. All right. So this is literally the Plagiary game, but going down instead of up. There's a nice headshot skill mechanic there, which I think is pretty interesting. I'm super rubbish at this. Right, let's see if we can get down. No, that's fine, Tam. I get it. Don't worry about it. I'm not blaming you for the English. I get it. Sometimes it's hard for me to understand, especially on the stream when I'm trying to read it quite quick. So I wanna help you out, and if I don't understand what you're asking, it's hard for me to do so, right? Okay. But again, I've got to think that this is some sort of error or something with that rewarded video, or it's because we've got airplane mode on that we're not seeing that. It's very unusual, unless it's some sort of strategy for the first 5 levels, which is huge kudos to Voodoo if that's what they've done. I think the reload thing here is pretty irrelevant, because there's no particular, I'm not having to, I never run out of bullets, it's not critical. I'm not sure about this upgrading. Looks a touch frustrating, says Giles. Okay. The slow-mo on this is pretty cool. I do like it. It's a little bit like button smash, although I'm sure you can play it in various ways where a more skillful approach would be a better idea. I'm useless. So yeah, what I mean about the reloading there, it doesn't really matter. I mean, we can go, if I run out of bullets here, look, just gives me, oh okay, so maybe there is a finite amount. Okay, so now this is what we're talking about. So now they're introducing the shop, which I really like. So in terms of the onboarding here, I think this game has nailed it. I really do. Very nice. Right, okay. So now we're getting into the weapons, and we have various qualities of each weapon, which is very hybrid indeed. So this is pretty interesting. So skins up here, kind of irrelevant really. Okay, so we're definitely looking at more of a hybrid casual type game here, I would say. And when we're talking about that, you can see, you know, this isn't just a single core loop where we have a typical experience and then we just repeat it over the time. Shotgun? What is going on here? Alright. Can I get that thing? Oh my goodness. No, wait. Okay. Good. Wow, okay, so that's ramped up a little bit. Why am I still getting this thing? Wow, okay. I really want an Uzi. So they cost a lot of money. Okay. What do you guys think of the chat here? Very unusual. I was quite quick to judge, I think. Which is gonna be a mistake as we move more into 2023. There's some actual level design here as well, which is really nice. When you hit a headshot, you kind of lock on with that slow-mo, which is real nice. Trying to work out how many, if we got infinite ammo or not. I can't quite work that bit out. It's kind of annoying though. Oh hello, okay. I like the fact that the music actually does a slow-mo as well. Piggy bang. So nice work devs on this one. This is very interesting. And I finally ran out of ammo. Okay. Can I just retry it? Okay. What's the time? Oh my goodness, we're certainly drawing many people. Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it. What do we think about this one? I want to try and get the other games in today, so this is just a, you know, a quick overview. So get the links in the description. If you have not voted before, and I know it would normally come up on the screen, but we have failed on that respect today. But let me know in that chat out of 10, so I get a feel of the room. What do you think of this game? So, is it a 10 out of 10 or is it a one away 1 out of 10? This has surprised me. I didn't know what to think of this. It's not really a game I don't think I'd play. But they've built it really well. 6 out of 10 for Jills. Elbow is going in for a pretty solid 7 to 8.5. Let me know in that chat. How are you watching along here? Panos is in for a 6. What is up, Panos? What do we think in that chat? Come on, this is your chance to get involved. Just let me know. I'm trying. The only thing that's freaking me out is that I don't know how many rounds of guns I've got. So I know I've got 8 bullets left here. How do I know how many guns I have? Or how many rounds I have? Very impressive. I like it. It says, wow, that is a very Russian name that I cannot pronounce. But thanks for the vote. So that's my only issue I've got with this. I can't see how many rounds I've got. But there you go. Grab that link. If you're on here and you didn't vote, shame on you. Come on. Just only little old me here, you can say. And if not, you can actually just hit the like button as well. That would help. Alright, so. Bullet time from Voodoo with music. 6.5 to 7 from Colette. Thanks, Colette. That's quite impressive. It looks like there's a lot in that game. Very much more of a meaty game. Less hyper, more hybrid for me. Let's look at Rope Cutter next. I like their colour scheme. That's kind of fitting in. It's a Rollick. Okay. So, a Rollick test game right now. Hold to cut. Typical hyper casual. Looks really nice. And I've got some sort of thing there. Oh, it's literally, it is. Okay. His name is Yuri Bazan. What is up, Yuri? Thanks for that. I appreciate the translation in the chat there. Thanks, Elbow. Nice one. So this reminds me of, oh, so many games. Okay. And I forget the actual, it's been such a long time since I've, oops. Such a long time since, it's like the one from, oh my god. It's been so long since I've played a game like this. I can't, oh, what's that wobbling doing? Oh, that was fever mode, was it? Okay, well, they built it well, quite nice. Okay. So this is literally a test game, right? Stack Breaker, is that what it's called? It's the one from, always forget the name. Reminds me of On-Pipe. Yeah, On-Pipe was going the other way though, Jills, wasn't it? From, that was SayGames, wasn't it? The sweet corn game, I always like that. Oh, that's quite satisfying. Oh, fever mode lets me trot through the white things. Ah, boo. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I think this has got very much a Helix type feel. I cannot remember the name of the other game. I might have to pull it up on my phone. It's the one from, I think it might be Azure themselves. It's been in the top 200 forever. Oh, Fever, okay. So this is pure gameplay prototype here. Like you said, there's no meta around this. We're on level 4 for no good reason at all. The mechanic is nice. We get an extra crack of the... We get an extra go of it. We get basically... Yeah, it is a stack ball by Casual Azure. I thought it was the Azure thing. Yeah, thank you. It's exactly that game, right? But we've got a knife here. So if we hit one of these white areas, our blade snaps, and we get another go at it for the most part. So we get kind of 2 lives at it. Well, that's how it seems. Pretty tricky. But pure and simple hyper casual game. For sure. 0 meta in this as the prototype for the mechanic. That's quite satisfying when you manage to get that. But of course, this is literally the game. So stuff like this, I don't know. Stuff like these types of game, there's absolutely nothing wrong with these at all. They're just this fun little hyper casual. And for these sort of ones, you wouldn't want to be building, you know, shops and all sorts of fancy, you know, you wouldn't want to build a living room to do the meta. You know, this if you need to expand these type of games, you put in different modes, I guess. So not every game needs to be bulky and have all these fancy things in it. Just expanding on the core a little bit to bulk it out a little bit. Satisfying, but I'm surprised these games still work in 2028. Well, that's the thing. I don't know whether or not this one would do. I find it quite an odd prototype to have nothing in it. Because like you Roman mentioned there, it's literally that Azure casual game. It's almost identical. But I thought we'd check it out because it is interesting, right? So can these games work? Sure. Will this one? I don't know, but they can work and there's nothing wrong with them. It's quite satisfying when you get it right. But I think it kind of, we expect more right now. So I'm just going to call it. So we've got plenty of time for everything today. What do you think of that? That is a pure prototype. There's no meta, there's no skins, there's no nothing. A pure, satisfying, hyper casual, in its purest form game, that. A prototype to test out. They built it nice. But you let me know. What do you think? Do you reckon this will work? You let me know. Come. Quick. What do we think? It's kind of not even satisfying enough now for me. It's really weird. It's a shame. 8 for Panos, 6 for Jules. Kind of needs a bit more of something for me. I mean, they built this part really well. It's just the risk reward is just a bit meh for me. But it doesn't matter. What do you think? You tell me. I'm just surprised to see one of these types of games, if I'm perfectly honest. 6 for Colette. Any more for any more? Gonna call it. It's a 10-4. Yuri. Sorry, Yuri. Total brain farted there. 10 for Yuri. 6-7. Nicely built, but just lacking in excitement. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. So do we need more than this now in 2022/23 as we're fast approaching? I think so. We're coming to expect a little bit more. But as a prototype, as a one level tester, not bad. Let's go to SayGames. And let's check out Lazy Jump, which looks super fun. Oh, look at that. It hasn't even got a SayGames splash screen on it. Unless I broke it. That doesn't look very good, does it? Oh, maybe. Okay. Wash away your troubles, day 1. So, cool little onboarding there. Giving us that arc of the finger there to show us how to play. So I literally just did what that onboarding told me to do. Long-term retention is not expected. That's right, exactly. So that's the thing, right? When we talk about, we want that retention up, it's horses for courses. There's nothing wrong with a pure hyper casual. They will never go away. I think that one you just needed something a little bit more. That wasn't enough for me. But some games are just meant to be like that, and they can still work and you can still make a lot of money. If it's okay for the dev. Long-term retention. That's exactly right. So there's nothing wrong with those shorter dev time, shorter expectations. Still perfectly decent. So day 1, hot tub is the best. Wash away your troubles, day 2. That's fun. So I'm literally just swiping the screen here, and the physics are great. Can I do that? Almost. Very cool. Oh, we do have sound. Don't know if you can hear the sound. It's really quiet for me. I'll turn it up a little bit. So he loves the bath. Time to play. What have I got to do? Oh, that's weird. Why have I got 2 fingers there? Okay. So no background music, but a little bit of sound effects. Just dunk it. How do we pick it up? And I do that. Will that do it? Oh, check my bad self out. Well, I'm sorry, but I think you'll find that was a pretty awesome shot. Alright, so this is really fun. The graphics are great. Okay, I'm not sure I should have won then, but that was awesome. I'm so tired, time for bed. I wonder if this concludes this level then. What a different game. Good night. Okay. What's your... oh, okay, so What's Your Troubles is the bath ones. Oh, what's that? This is bizarre, but fun. So there's nothing like a bit of smiles. I think we could all do with a little bit of joy and a bit of smiles right now. Don't know what it's like in your neck of the world, but it's pretty grim, isn't it? Very nice. Super short levels. Football time here. World Cup is approaching, so bang on trend. This one's more exciting than the previous one today. Yeah, I agree, Colette. This is really good fun. Super easy. Really nice that anyone can have a go at this one. And it's very forgiving. I'm not that good. Although, to be fair, I'm pretty awesome. But that was very genuine. Oh, I just killed Grandma. Sorry, Grandma. I've got to go and rescue the cat. And then take it back to Granny. So the controls are ridiculously good, considering you're just swiping. And there's not many games that are just swipe on the screen like this, which is kind of neat. It looks like it's hypercasual 3.0. Yeah, indeed. But real good fun. They've got the mechanics just right. I don't know what I'm meant to do here, Gran. I might got to go down. Oh, okay. Oh, look at this. Great use of level design screen here. Sorry, cat. So real great, interesting level design there for me. Great use of the screen space. Really simple idea. Don't lose it next time. Okay, day 12. So as we can see, 12 levels in, super fun, addictive. You definitely want to see what's coming next. No meta here, no shop, no nothing. Very interesting. No fail state either, so we are not dying at any point. No doubt we will, or maybe we won't. But a really good game pace for me. Ragdoll games are pretty attention grabbing. Yeah, they are. We saw this a lot in Totally Accurate Battle Simulator and all the other Ragdoll type games. They're just inherently fun from the physics. But yeah, there we go. Right on cue. I rest my face. So, first time now, we've got a loose state in the game. And I think it was ready for that. It felt like we needed a bit more of a challenge. So I've got to go directly opposite, wait for these things to go up. So there we go. So that's really nice game pace there overall. Just bringing in that, you know, that loose state to give it a little bit more of a challenge as we're heading throughout the game. Level 14. Take out the trash. Okay. Oh, got a skateboard? Oh, that was in the screenshot. I do that. What do we do? How do I control this? Okay. Oh, that's cool. I have no idea how to do this. Very nice. How cool is this? I wonder what drugs you need to be to come up with this. Well, there you go. But isn't it funny? Of all the games we play all the time, there's always something fresh that comes along. Yeah, I think you need a little bit. Elbow. I think it's fair to say. So we have got to help. The kitchen's on fire, and we got to look for the extinguisher. So let's go and okay, very funny indeed. Very cool. Fire is no joke. Alright. So those yellow things I can hang on to. Yeah, and it taught us that in the previous level, so a really nice way to introduce that part of the game. Let's get this wow, that all right. Got the basketball. Here we go. This game is great. Love it, says Jules. Yeah. All right. So what are we thinking then? So it's brought a lot. It's brought a lot of smiles to my face. The build quality is fantastic. The pace of the game seemed to work just right for me. There's that little bit of finding out on our own because we're not all stupid, but we could do with a bit of handheld in, and that's okay. The death lose state came in just at the right time. Just before I mentioned it, I felt it needed that, and it came in just at the right time for me. And it gave us a nice, simple explanation of why we died, so it didn't feel like we were cheating or we didn't understand it. Great use of screen real estate in the level design. I think that's really smart. This one's turning around, but still keeping the same doors and that, and the same sort of objects, which I think's great. Really good fun. Very simple, and really good sense of humour. The graphics are sensational. Now it looks like we've got trampoline, so this is really fun. I love the grey, by the way. Okay, very cool. And looks like we've got some spikes, like Super Meat Boy spikes at the top there, which looks a bit scared. Please don't make me break it. So that no doubt will kill us. So what a fun mobile game. Look at the level design here. This is super fun. I've got to swipe real fast, can I now? Ah, boo. Alright, here we go. Oh, I love it. Cadka's art style is really unique. What is Cadka's? Can you explain that to me? I don't understand that. Is that the developer? Or is that... What is that, Roman? I don't actually know that. So if you could help me out on that, that'd be great. Get rid of the trash. So I can imagine the playtime on this is really good. Yeah, the graphics are awesome. The level design is great. The shadowing of this is absolutely epic. Right, that is the studio, is it? Yeah. Thanks for that. I didn't know who built this. Yeah, thanks, Colette. Yeah, it is the game studio. Yeah, really, really polished, really creamy, really soft, right up my street. Very cool indeed. I think they built this phenomenally well. And this is, you know what? These are the sort of games that you look at and you think, I bet they had a ton of fun building this, the levels and stuff. And I think I could play this for quite a long time, personally. Now we've got to bust down some walls, which is really nice. And check that out. You've got another bit of onboarding there to guide us through when a new game mechanic or game system or game rule is introduced. And that's always worth mentioning. If you're introducing something new, just help the player out to explain it. We've got another burning thing here. But now we've got to bust through this wall. And again, only one thing that's killed us so far, or maybe two levels that had a death state on them. This thing's really funny with it squirting around everywhere. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Nearly there. Good. All right, couple more levels and then let's get Swipe Fight on. So plenty of ways we can take this game. Love how they have casually introduced different level types subtly. Yeah, exactly. Wow, okay, I was just as I said, we've only been a couple of levels that kill us. This is so clever. Oh my goodness, here we go. That is a lot of fun. This is superb. Alright, let's call it because I want to get playtime as I promised I would. So, what do we think of that? I mean, I could play this for quite some time. I think Jill called it that it's a lot of fun. Really good controls. Oh, there you go. Oh, it's just really silly and really good fun. And it's made by the physics and the controls. So let me know in that chat, what do we rate this one? I think you'll find that was an excellent header, by the way. It is a 10 from the Jill. Brilliant, she says. 10 from Alexander. 10 from Roman. A big 10. I agree. Oh. So the slime is now sticky, which is good to know. Another bash here. The colour palette is amazing. Oops, I do not want to do that. Colour palette's amazing. And yeah, every level seems unique and fun to me. 10 for Panos. Come on, a few more votes, and then we'll go on to Swipe Fight, which we're not going to be able to give enough time, I know, but we're going to play it. And we hope the launch goes really well for Simon. But let's just... I would keep playing this game. This is so much fun. It's an awesome time waster. It's a 9, 10. It's a 10. Just goes to show everyone loves a fun game. 10 from Honor. Well done. I think in the light of this, we should definitely hit the like button on the video just for this one alone. What do you think? But yeah, I love the palette on this. It's amazing. And I want to get this one. See, I can't stop playing it. Definitely hyper-casual games users want to keep their phones free. That's right. It's a real good bit of fun. So what can I say? Amazing. Let's go and check out Swipe Fight 2 from Simon in the chat, Groo Gadgets. I'm so triggered why this chat doesn't work today. It's so annoying when it don't work. Alright, let's just accept that. Got any questions about the game? If Simon's still here, I'm sure he will answer them for you. Let's do that. And here we go. I'd like to know how they will monetize it. Yeah, I guess it would be on an interstitial. I think that one you shouldn't try. Like we were saying about, just before we get into this one, like we were saying about the rope cutting game, some games don't have to have a strong meta around it. Content and, interstitial monetization could be strong enough. I think that game could benefit from skins, different characters to fly around, or maybe even different worlds. But it seemed like a content-rich game. I don't think any meaningful meta would make any sense for that, but that's okay because it's just a bit of fun, and that's all right. So yeah, I think RVs maybe for skins might work well for that game, but that would have to be a test. All right, let's go on. Swipe Fight 2, second one from the successor from Swipe Fight, of course, which is a huge knockout success for Simon. And straight away, we have got a ton of things going on here. So, diamonds and coins, starting off with 300 coins, which is good to see. We've got income. So, we've got some power-ups there. I think there's a lot there. So, we've got 5 tasks coming soon. Okay. Income. Is that an upgrade? That's an upgrade. Okay. So, shop here. Buy custom items. Free ones for videos. Nice. Custom. Oh my goodness, for reals. We can make us bigger than... Well, let's get it close to me then. Let's do my hair, obviously. That's really smart. Definitely more like that. Bit more bald though, but... Let's have some shockingly red pants. What's this? Front and back. Oh, I've got tattoos. Okay. Oh, this is cool. So, real nice customization there. So, I look like I've just come out of prison, which is, not too unbelievable, let's face it. So, real nice. A lot of work's gone into this. World Tour coming soon. Each month you will travel to an exciting new part of the world and fight the locals for a chance to win exclusive clothing and tattoos only available in that region. Very nice. Next destination. So almost a live ops section here. I'm definitely going to sneeze, by the way. So that's really good to see. No, I'm gonna take a drink. Maybe that will clear it. And the same sort of stuff here. Enter the octagon and fight in daily tournaments for cash and unique clothing. So for me, and I know Simon will take this in the spirit it is intended, I would have got rid of all of this screen to start with and just start with that fight. And I think I would have started here. I think that's how I would start this game, and then get all those buttons before we get into. I think I would have preferred this screen here to start the game and then get all the options popping up for me. But that's just my take on it. Let Simon know in the chat if you agree on that, or do you think it was perfectly good to do what he did? I mean, I don't think there's a right and a wrong, but for me, I would have preferred to started here just to play the game. So I like that. Uppercut, left, duck, tap and hold to block. Very nice. Models are great. Now you know the basics of fighting. Try swiping in all 8 directions. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Oh, okay, Simon. Yeah, I just think just get because that onboarding. So that tutorial was great. That's all we need. Up, down. This is how you play, and now we can do all this. I think that would have been nicer for me because it's like, okay, let's go. And almost, I think I would have done the tutorial and then have something like, and then this fight, and then start to. I want to just play a little bit before I get all the stuff, I think. Nice. Okay. Oh, I thought I beat him. So I'm literally button smashing here because I'm useless at this sort of stuff. The effects and graphics are great. Oh, here we go. Oh my goodness. Kickboxing, nice. That is an uncanny likeness to me as well. I'm sure you'll all agree. All right, so this is what I was saying on the Voodoo game we were playing. Normally you get that, we can get the multiplier here, the gamification multiplier for a video, which is perfectly okay. That's how we typically see it, but that's cool. Very nice. I don't know how they're putting together so much work in prototypes nowadays. Feels a bit niche, but it could work due to its simplicity, says Everett. Yeah, so Simon, the developer here, is on the call. So any questions you want to ask, I'm sure he'd be glad to answer them in that chat there. This is way more than a prototype. This is a full worldwide release, if I'm not right. So this isn't your typical prototype type game. There's a lot of work that's gone into here. So what am I claiming? Next reward 1. Claim my reward. Do I want to equip the glove? Okay, sure. Nice. And I think it's really important that we can see the progression and what we win affects the game and we can see it on the character. I think that's really nice. Okay, so we've got 240. I'm definitely going to upgrade my power. And now the next reward comes in 3 fights. Okay, so now we got to put the internet on. Alright. Simon, just for you, I'm going to do it. But I like the fact that we could play without it. Whether or not that was more luck than judgment, I'm not sure. But that's okay. Nice effect with the star there. That's good. Now we're fighting a super tattooed girl, which is a bit scary. I'm not going to lie. Great environments. Controls are really good. The models are smart. I'm rubbish. Oh, wow. Okay. No, that's okay. Don't be silly. That's fine. No, that's normal. We just try and cheat every week. Oh, look at that. Dude, I'm a beast. Oops. Nice. Oh, look at that. Oof. I do. Alright. Yeah, hats off indeed. Very cool. Pro tip, remember to upgrade your health and power. Alright. So I'm definitely going to do my power because I think that's important. And nice to see that once we use our coins, we get the option to do it again for a rewarded video. So good monetization. How much time did it take to do this, Simon? Are you alone or what is your team size? I'm just going to keep playing until you answer that. So good question there from Elbow.
Round 2. Fight. Go combo. Finish them.
Nice. Game reminds me of the WWE and Raw PC games of, yeah, it does. It's a definite throwback for that, isn't it? What is this game? That's weird. Tap the custom button on the title screen to give you... I definitely want more time to read those things, by the way. Maybe put the tips here. Well, we've got to press this. So, Simon says, I am a solo dev and with some help from my publisher. It's taken about 3 months to get this, put all this together, which is quite an astonishing rate there, Simon. So, props to you. Do I want to equip this lovely hair right now? Well, actually, I think I will. I think I look pretty special. I kind of want to spin the character around here, Simon, as well, to show my tattoos and my beautiful hair. Just saying. Can I spin him here? No, we've got camera angles. Okay, fair dues. Let's have one more go because we are well over as always. I love the environments. They're quite strong though, but it seems to work. I'll be a bit concerned of how bright everything is between that, but it doesn't seem to affect the gameplay. Combos are really powerful, which I really like. Feels nice. Luckily for me, I'm not getting too much pressure here, so pace is good. I get enough play time without getting battered. Or saying that, I think I'm just starting to reach a bit of difficulty here. This dude looks a little bit better than normal. I'm just about to die, am I? Okay. I thought I was in trouble there. Not bad. All right. Okay. So let's do one more fight because that will be 5 rounds, if 5 different fights, if I'm not mistaken. That definitely felt a lot harder then. So yeah, Elbow says that's amazing. So any questions for Simon before we go? Do let him know. Combo and finishing me, will be won or purchased. Oh, can you reword that for me, Simon? Combos and finishing. Is that meant to say moves? Like special moves, you can get them like as a like special combo moves. So like you customize your special moves or something. I think that's really smart if that's what you mean. All right. So pro tip there, which is good. I'm going to claim this. I really want to see a bonus level there. Finishing my moves. Got it. Please tell me you got a bonus level here. Level reward. I've got some fancy pants, so I'm definitely going to have them. Right. Footwork is impressive and great artwork, says Colette. I would love to see something different here. I don't know if there's any correct. Yeah, I get it. I think for me here, Simon, I definitely prefer. I don't know if it's because I feel like I need a little break from the fighting. I kind of want some. I want to be able to work on myself at this point, and have some sort of bonus level to break up the fighting here. I think it would work well for me. I'm going to hit fight just in case you haven't done it.
Round
But the environments are great. This dude looks nasty. So I'm going to see what happens when we lose. But I think for me a little bonus there with like I don't know what they're called. I'm really sorry. Like those like punch bag or something like that, where you could punch it and some coins would fly out the punch bag or something like that. Just where you can go a little bit ham and have a little bit of a feel good power up bonus thing. Just at that point there, rather than just keep this fighting all the time like that. I think it will just be a nice little break and even like build up your coins for a little bit. Wouldn't have to be majorly disruptive of your economy or anything like that. But I think that might be a fun little thing to keep that freshness in the fighting for me personally. This is so good. I can't believe you've done it basically all on your own there for like 3 months. That's unbelievable. Everything's looking super juicy. And on that note, I just totally got KO'd. So there we go. Let's all give Simon the support he needs. Go and give him a download. The link is in the description. I'm going to say vote, but this basically means it's a 10 out of 10. It's not a 10 out of 10 because I don't want to vote on it. But what that vote now means, download now. Go and give Simon a review. Let him know that you've seen it today on the stream and give him your support that way. That's the best way. Let's watch an ad for him. I think 10 out of 10, of course not. I was just teasing around. I think it's a difficult one. I'm going to skip this because it's really loud and that's the only reason. It's a 10 for Panos. Yeah, great work. I like it, Simon. I think you've done so much right. When we're talking over the streams, we're really getting in the minutiae of things. So a lot of the time, you got to take it with a pinch of salt. And really, like the idea is that we really be harsh on our critique to try and push us to sort of get up here, like a bird's eye view of things, and try and think, well, what could we do different? Not that there's anything wrong with it, but how can we actually try and make it a little bit better or pick up on some issues that we could tweak it a little bit? It's probably a better way of saying it. So for me, I think we're looking at almost your start screen. I would have put them in that tutorial. In fact, for me, I would take the word tutorial off and I would just have swipe up to punch. That is it. Like I've downloaded the boxing game. I've loaded it up. Like swipe to punch. That's it. And then go swipe left for a hook or swipe down for uppercut or whatever it is. I think your onboarding was real good. And then after that, instead of showing them the screen we're looking at now, then go into sort of something like, here's your first fight, and then just throw. Now they've learned how to control it. Give him 1 round or 2 rounds of really easy and punch the crap out of the opponent, and then push him onto this screen where you drip feed them with the upgrades and stuff. I think that's how I would do it. It's a 7 at the moment from Simon. Well, I think that is awesome. I think it is a 7. I think that's really fair, Simon. I think you've done so well, and in no way am I trying to like degrade that at all. But honestly, dude, I'm so thrilled you reached out, and great to play this one today. So there we go. That's going to go and start wrapping it up today. Well done, Simon. Appreciate. Thanks for your for being a sport and being in here. I'd love to see those changes. But A/B test it. I could be completely wrong, right? So let's go through what we played today. First up was Bullet Time from Voodoo. There's a lot of game in that one. That surprised me. I think first impressions was slightly. That's almost like don't judge a book by its cover. I thought that was going to be very simple, when in fact I think there's a huge amount of meta in that game. Borderline hybrid for sure. There was a lot of upgrades. There was new guns. The level design was getting interesting. There was an element of skill about that one as well. So that's Bullet Time from Voodoo. Rope Cutter, which was a pure prototype hyper casual. Same as that Casual Azure game, which was Stack 3D. I'm going to have to scroll up on the chat because I can never remember the name of that game. That must be about 10 years old at this point. Oh, I can't be bothered. But I think it's Stack Colors or something like that. Thanks to Roman in the chat who told me the name that I subsequently forgotten. So there's not a lot to say about that. Pure hyper casual, pure prototype. Kind of, it didn't do anything new for me. So it was built really nicely, but unfortunately, it's hard to judge that one. Lazy Jump from SayGames. Oh my goodness. There's a lot to love about that game. Super fun. The best fun I think I've had and smiles on a mobile game for a long time. So kudos to the devs and SayGames for the publish. I will be returning to that. Highly recommend that one. And last but not least, our very own Simon from Groo Gadgets came on and we played Swipe Fight 2, which was a ton of fun as well. Great controls, great graphics, loads of stuff going on there. A one-man band, 3 months. Come on now, that's outrageous. So like the video if you like Simon's game. That's the way I'm going to pitch that. And that's going to wrap it up for today. So thanks everyone for joining. Super appreciate it. I'm sorry the chat didn't work today. So that's a little bit disappointing. But pretty good week again. Just to let you know, we do have a mini challenge next month, which I would love you to come and have a go at. It's going to be really fun, I promise. It's really low key. There's not like a £1 million sponsor deal. It's an academy mini challenge that I'm going to start introducing. The first one's going to be next month to see how it goes. Going to be some cool things to win. And it's going to be a mechanic based activity. Like 3 days, well, say like 3 days, come up with something like, and that's it. And I will get an independent expert here at Homa to rate the winner, so there's no fixing from me, but we'll give some cool little goodies away, some game dev goodies, like, you know, and he's got like some of these like MX Master mouses or the keyboards and stuff, something like that. Just a bit of fun, a really short little project to get your brain thinking about how can we redo this particular mechanic or something like that. So I'd love for you guys to get involved. I'd love to get the numbers to make it a thing. A really good little educational exercise. It should be a lot of fun. So come and join us in the Discord. Give me a tick in there. If you're inside the Homa Club special Slack channel, give me a thumbs up on the post in there as well. But yeah, and that's it. And remember, on the 2nd of December, I am going to be doing a special live stream, giving you all the ins and outs of hybrid and what we can expect for next year. And that's it. So much love to you in the chat. Thanks for joining with me. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and remember, Julie, games don't make themselves, and we will see you next week. See you later, everyone. Ta-da.